Talking about piracy can get you sued.
Microsoft thinks it should publish Sony games.
And Xbox Game Studios finally shows what they're working on. Let's get into the hot news gaming, everybody. I'm your Brett host,
Kyler.
This is your Kyler,
I am
today's Friday,
him.
January 19th, 2024. You are
Kyler.
him. Have you ever talked about possibly illegal things on the internet, Kyler?
No.
Well, maybe you helped someone find a way to download Skyrim for free back in the day. If you did, you could be sued if these film companies have their way. Two film companies are currently in litigation against internet service provider Frontier Communications because its subscribers have, quote, the ability to pirate content efficiently without any consequences, end quote, and, quote, is a draw for becoming a Frontier subscriber, end quote. That's according to the studios, at least. The company's lawyers are seeking approval for a subpoena to give them the information of 6 anonymous Reddit users. These users discuss pirating content on the platform while subscribed to Frontier Communications, which the film companies are hinging the case on to go forward. The information would consist of the user's IP address log information from 2017 to the present, but the courts aren't very keen on forcing Reddit to give up their users' personal info. US courts quashed previous attempts at acquiring the IP addresses and more information because they said it violated the user's First Amendment rights. This latest attempt doesn't seem like it will fare much better, even with the user saying in a thread that Frontier, quote, didn't give a shiitake mushroom,
They said
end
that.
quote, about what they downloaded.
They said those words.
It says shiitake mushroom.
So this is just for films, it sounds like?
You pirate movies or games?
Maybe.
Maybe?
I'll tell you what I definitely had.
What?
Allegedly.
Oh, allegedly?
Flash drive with every Adobe product cracked on it that I would pass around.
Like CS6, CS5
Yeah,
back in the day. I wasn't into content creation back then, so I've never pirated Adobe products.
Me either. I just in a video game. But let me tell you, Remedy doesn't give a shiitake mushroom about the trademark dispute we reported on last episode because the issue's already been resolved.
We did comment on how it didn't really make a whole lot of sense.
It didn't, but Remedy contacted industry reporter Stefan Totillo, who posted on Twitter that the legal dispute over who can have the capital R logo ended late last year. It was nothing a month ago. They solved it. The Remedy rep said, there's nothing to see here. This was a discussion between our teams that was resolved entirely and amicably. The legal filing was simply an initial formality, and Remedy and Take-Two continue to work together in partnership. In other words,
Oh, tell me these other words.
Remedy says that we all made something out of nothing. Made a mountain out of molehill.
Well, maybe Rockstar made the mountain because they're the one who filed the lawsuit.
I'll tell you what happened though. Totillo did have a good follow-up about this, saying Remedy missed the opportunity to call the new Alan Wake game Alan Wake 2K24.
Is that a joke?
I guess.
I don't get it.
I don't.
That would be like an indictment on Remedy's ability to make a new game that's just a repeat of the last game because they don't know how to make new stuff, but Alan Wake 2 is supposed to be really good. I don't know if Totillo should have a stand-up comedy career.
Tostitos.
I was gonna make a tortilla joke.
Yeah.
Thousands of people were looking for one. And thousands of people are looking for new opportunities because of the continuous waves of layoffs plaguing the gaming industry.
I played that one.
The layoffs? No, you didn't. That was your buddy.
No, I played the Plague Tale Requiem.
Okay.
Part of it. It was hard, so I stopped.
The latest sweep of layoff hits Lords of the Fallen publisher CI Games, indie publisher group Thunderful, and support studio PTW, as these all contributed to over 150 people losing their jobs this week.
Man,
which
sometimes I wish I could lose my job, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like we're being a little insensitive here.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think we should.
It is actually.
It kind of sucks for those people.
For
CI Games let go of about 10% of its workforce. Thunderful laid off 20%, or about 100 people in PTW/45 jobs. Each company released statements following their respective announcements, but they all boiled down to cost-cutting measures. However, these costs come off the back of successes. Lords of the Fallen sold 1 million units in just 10 days. Thunderful published popular titles like Planet of Lana and Viewfinder, and PTW is launching a new studio in Brazil after helping develop Bethesda's Starfield. The layoffs followed the more than 2,500 people who were let go in 2024 alone, and over 10,000 jobs lost during 2023. As the game industry continues to scale down since inflating during the pandemic, we're unfortunately more likely to see additional layoffs in the weeks and months to come. We at UFD Tech offer condolences to everyone affected. I like how that was in the script, but we are jerk nuggets who decided to...
Yeah, we tried to be funny.
I didn't know that it was going to get that bad.
Yeah, I just kind of was reading and you were reading, and then all of a sudden...
We Ron Burgundy that entire segment.
Great story. Compelling and rich.
Subscription services have also affected everyone, but not in the way that certain companies like Ubisoft have liked so far. Following up on Ubisoft's statement we discussed last episode, Larian Studios CEO Stevenson has taken to Twitter to refute the idea that gamers need to get comfortable not owning their games.
Could you get comfortable saying somebody else's last name?
Venka says, whatever the future of games looks like, content will always be king, but it's going to be a lot harder to get good content if subscription becomes the dominant model and a select group gets to decide what goes to market and what not. Direct from developer to players is the way. He warns that a subscription-only industry will cause quality, innovation, and discoverability issues. Venka cites how it's already brutal for games to be discovered on these types of services, and the shift other companies want will make it savage.
I like the way you're pronouncing his name.
He also says that subscriptions will cause companies to min-max profits rather than making room for idealism. As of right now, Vink says that Larian won't be putting any of their games on any type of subscription service.
Have they made a different game besides Baldur's Gate 3?
They made Baldur's...
Are there any other games?
Baldur's...
There's no other game.
Baldur's Door 3, Baldur's Fence 3.
Oh, they made Among Us? Heck yeah.
Sorry, Broke Box boys, you ain't getting no Baldur's Gate on Game Pass. That's a thing I said on the internet.
But Sony and Nintendo seem set to receive Xbox games as Microsoft's CEO believes they could be a, quote, good publisher for all platforms. In a Bloomberg interview, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella explained that the company could be a good publisher for Sony, Nintendo, PC, and Xbox platforms.
That's
Xbox
too many.
putting Xbox games on their own platform. You know, that sounds like a joke, but they didn't even have Halo Infinite ready at the Series X launch, so. His words coincide with reports that Microsoft wants to publish previously exclusive games like Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush. We'll have to wait and see if Xbox games eventually make the cross-platform leap, but who knows, maybe Starfield will end up PS5 one day.
See, I have not cared too much about the cross-platform thing with Xbox because it's all available on PC anyways.
Right.
And it already feels cross-platform because of that.
Yeah, there's no console necessity with them.
I like it. I don't have to own a stupid, stinky, smelly Xbox Series X. But you guys don't have to wait any longer for these deals I got for you today. Starting with the Epic Games Store, you can pick up Avatar Frontiers of Pandora for 25% off, making it $53 instead of $70, probably because it looks like hot garbage, apparently.
Apparently, just according to you, buddy.
According to me, I think it looks, I don't get it. Another Epic sale you can get is the Dying Light bundle that'll net you both Dying Light 2, and some DLC for 39 bones. The free game until next Friday is Love, a retro platformer by Fred Wood. Moving on over to Fanatical, the new Mystery Star bundle will give you 20 random game keys for $14. The bundle will feature some AAA games where you can grab some absolute steals if you're lucky. Next is the Focus Entertainment sale with Atomic Heart Premium Edition, Atlas Fallen, and A Plague Tale Requiem. I talked about that earlier for 50% off. Our last Fanatical deal for today is for Digimon World. Next order. Not to be confused with Pal World. You can get this right now for $15.59 until the 28th or while supplies last. It's pretty close to selling out, so be quick if you want it for cheap. Our last few deals come from Steam, where you can buy different Mega Man collections for much less. There isn't a complete bundle to pick this time, so make sure you read what the different collections will give you. Next is Bloons Tower Defense 6, which you can pick up for $6.
What?
Get it?
No.
It's the 6th game.
Is it?
It's $6. It's also the best one.
The Samsung Galaxy S24 isn't the S24th.
Well, it's not the year 6.
I don't know what to make of this
You
information.
can also get every Bloons Tower Defense game for $51 instead of $65. Wow.
I might want that.
The next Steam deal is for Final Fantasy XIV Complete Edition, which you can get for $30 at 50% off. And our last deal...
Finally! How many deals are there?
We got a lot of deals today, but our last one of the day is for Cult of the Lamb, which just added the free Sins of the Flesh DLC. That's right.
The sex update?
It's the sex update. You can pick this one up for $15 or all of the additional content for $32, down from $50.
Well, we may not have any new rumors for you today, but we do have another new indie horror game you should keep an eye on. Zookeeper is a psychological body cam horror simulation that drops you into the unfortunate shoes of a zookeeper.
We're doing what to Cam?
Everything is normal until a parasite transforms the animals into monstrous versions of themselves. It looks a little like this. No.
Wait.
No, it's got, oh!
That's too many fingers. This is how I feel when I wake up in the morning. Oh.
It ain't my type of game, I'll tell you that much.
Are Choose Your Own Adventures your type of the game?
No.
Well, good thing for you, there's yet another video game movie adaptation coming, and this time Sony is making it their PlayStation production and Screen Gem Studios. The adaptation will be for Supermassive's Until Dawn.
It's already daylight outside.
Do you like it?
No, it's not my type of game, I'm sorry.
Well, this one should be easy since all they need to do is just cast the original actors from the game for the movie. David F. Sandberg, who directed Annabelle Creation and both Shazam films, will be in charge of the movie, while Blair Butler, not to be confused with The Witch Project, the writer for all 3 Annabelle films and It Chapter 2, will revise the script. Until Dawn joins several PlayStation IPs set to make their small and big screen debuts, including the Gravity Rush, Ghost of Tsushima, Days Gone movies, and God of War and Horizon TV shows. Expect more movie adaptations as Hollywood finds its creativity again.
Is that what we're calling it? Well, the
Hollywood?
co-founders of Rocksteady Studios and creator of the Batman Arkham series have founded a new studio called 100 Star Games. The studio will comprise
Ain't that the game Reece likes?
Honkai Star Rail. I got that one first try. They have a small team of only 100 industry veterans and emerging talents who are committed to crafting cutting-edge gaming experiences that inspire and captivate players worldwide. The studio hasn't officially announced just yet, but they are hiring for open positions, and 25 people are already there based on the company's profile on best places to work. I didn't see Google on that list.
Do we have a link to these job postings?
Oh, for the layoff joke earlier. I see what it's a callback. The founders left Rocksteady in 2022, and many high-level Rocksteady developers who left the Arkham creator are expected to join or already joined the new studio. We don't know what game the team wants to make first, but I'm sure we'll hear something soon, or we won't hear anything, and then Batman will punch us in the ear.
Well, definitely what we did hear is about how that game we mentioned last episode that Foam Stars is coming to PlayStation Plus, and while everyone thinks that this will be the new Splatoon clone, and we're right about that, Square Enix is tired of hearing about it.
They want you to stop complaining, except their NFTs, their AI, and their ripoffs.
Yes! Is that too much to ask for?
Not for me.
In an interview with Video Game Chronicle, the producer says that the comparisons to Foam Stars and Splatoon are only based on the visuals and not the actual gameplay, I swear. When asked if the comparisons were tiring, he said, first of all, yes, there may have been many comparisons on the internet, but also we saw on social media that the people who actually played it saw that it's a completely different game, and I hope you also agree. I'm not gonna agree, and you can't make me. Square Enix also admitted to using the AI tool Midjourney to create the in-game album artwork for the soundtracks.
Well, you know that's easier than paying people.
Of course, it's a one subscription.
Yeah.
The same AI tool getting sued for stealing thousands of artists' work, so there's that.
Well, I like getting all of my game artwork from Discord, and I also like getting all my games from Xbox. That's not facetious at all, thanks to the fact that Xbox gave us some deep dives into their upcoming games. First was Avowed by Obsidian, where we got a new look at the terrible combat. Dialogue and settings for Xbox's new RPG. The combat stands out especially as the game lets you mix and match combat styles in real time and form customizable loadouts. Expect a release sometime this fall. I am severely, like, the original trailer for Avowed got me so hyped, and then every subsequent showcase of it, I'm like, you missed the mark here, buddies.
Next was Ninja Theory and Hellblade 2: Senua's Saga.
That game got announced when the Series X did. They still haven't released it.
Well, we got more game footage of Senua exploring new environments and meeting new characters. The game will feature an all-new combat system that Ninja Theory says will be more brutal than the first game.
I really still need to play the first game.
Me too. There will also be enhancements to the audio experience as they continue to push the stellar binaural effects they used in Senua's Sacrifice even further. We finally have a release date for the game too, and we can expect to play this May 21st of this year.
I'm not gonna hold my breath for that. I expect that to slip. I don't trust them at this moment.
I might play it in the next decade.
Same. It's going to be on Game Pass, so that does help. And Square Enix then crashed the party with a fresh look at the next entry in the Mana series, Visions of Mana. We got to learn more about the design philosophy of the monsters in the game, how combat will work, and how the team is looking to evolve the series after 30 years. If you're a fan of the series, expect to pick this up sometime this summer.
The next game shown was the 4X Civilization-like Ara History Untold from Oxide Games. Unlike Civilization, reaching global domination isn't the only way to win the game. Players can earn prestige by accomplishing different feats like building pyramids or investing in Bitcoin. No, science, to the point they can build Gundams.
Oh.
Little Armored Core in there. This won't be coming out until this fall.
Well, the last thing shown at the Direct was the Indiana Jones game from Machine Games. Todd Howard showed us our first in-game look at Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Ain't that Megan Fox's boyfriend?
Is he still? I don't keep up to date with how he is living his life. You'll be in the shoes of Indiana Jones, as this is a first-person experience, and he is in love with an emo girl. So you'll be able to fight enemies, whip across gaps, and solve puzzles up close and personal, all while looking like a young Harrison Ford. Ford isn't voicing the character, unfortunately. The game happens between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, putting the timeline for the game sometime before or during World War II.
Which movie was it whenever Harrison Ford was really sick on set the one day and he was supposed to do this big sword fight, and then the guy comes out and he was like, and then he...
I know this is going to feel like sacrilege to a lot of people, but...
Haven't
watched it.
Any of them?
I've seen Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The worst one.
I have not seen all of them, and I don't even know which ones I've watched clearly because I watched the one with the pistol, that thing. I played the Lego games.
Oh, well maybe you can play this game. And behind the scenes footage from the developer shows that this is the ultimate love letter to Indiana Jones, opting to include as many movie references as possible because, you know, fan service can never stop. We won't have to wait too long to play this since the game is scheduled for release sometime later this year.
I'm interested in it. It looked fun. It looked like first-person Uncharted, which was just an Indiana Jones ripoff.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, we're gonna rip off
the Band-Aid and look at these comments. I'm sure somebody's mad at me.
First up, we got Octagonal Square saying Rockstar Remedy is ridiculous. It's a different font, line thickness, color, shapes, and so on. You can't trademark a letter of the alphabet.
They didn't.
We know. It's already resolved. Then we got Cameron saying, I appreciate you guys doing comment response, especially with Poop, the doubling up of news you guys are doing. Also, I didn't know you guys used a teleprompter.
We don't.
Only for this one. Roar686 said, why am I just finding out you guys have a second channel?
I don't know. Stop yelling.
We don't promote it very often. We just promoted it in the tech episode. So
yeah,
it was an experiment.
Bring your friends.
This is everybody who got here on the ground floor. Invest more.
Yeah, you're gonna be rich.
Yeah. Then we got Danny Love saying, I think we need to make a third channel, Cold News, where y'all have a podcast kind of talk like one time of the week or two for tech and game news and talk about the best news of the week or previous week, more about, I don't know, I'm high right now. Had this idea, wanted to work with y'all because I love the channel. Y'all need an editor in a different time zone maybe?
That's all we have.
that is true, that is all we have. Catlin is not in our same time zone. Also, this comment went many different places.
I love it. And can you please email me your resume? I don't make the hiring decisions here, by the way. I just want to look at it.
Well, Trent says, I also got hit with the annual charge like 2 days ago. I feel you, buddy. That sucks. That hurts. Extra little bit of cash coming out, not great. And then last comment from Chuck Norris saying, it would be nice to have a picture of the game on screen while you are discussing the game. I have no idea what these games are about. Editor in a different time zone. You got your first request.
Okay.
Are you gonna do this again?
I'm gonna turn it up the whole way and see what happens now.
Oh.
See you later, nerd.
You hurt yourself last time. You took a little while to recover.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again.
Yeah, okay, bye everybody.